There is a version of you that is quietly killing your dreams. It's not failure. It's not stress. It's the one thing you protect the most: comfort. That soft bed, it's a trap. That easy choice, it's a cage. That voice that says, "Start tomorrow," it's a liar. If you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever felt lazy but didn't know why, if you've ever felt like the best version of you is slowly fading, this story isn't about you. It is you. Chapter 1. The lie we all believe. Everyone wants an easy life, a life without pressure, without deadlines, without pain, without struggle. We say, "I just want to be happy." But nobody tells us what comfort really does. It doesn't destroy you loudly. It doesn't scream. It doesn't warn you. Destroys you quietly. One lazy morning at a time. One skipped effort at a time. One excuse at a time. One "I'll start tomorrow" at a time. This is not a story about someone else. This is about you. This is about me. And this is about a man named Arjun. Arjun wasn't bad. He wasn't cruel. He didn't hurt anyone. He just avoided effort. He loved easy days. He loved shortcuts. He loved comfort. When life demanded discipline, he chose delay. When life demanded courage, he chose comfort. When life demanded growth, he chose pleasure. Walking beside him was an old man named Dev, his master. Dev owned very little. No luxury, no status, no fame. But his eyes were calm, his voice was steady, his heart was light. He woke up early, worked hard, lived simply, not because he had to, because he chose control. One day, Arjun asked him, "Why make life hard when it can be easy?" Dev replied, "Because easy today becomes painful tomorrow." Arjun laughed. He didn't know that one sentence had just shook his world. Chapter 2. The City of Pleasure. One day, Arjun and Dev walked into a place people called the City of Pleasure. Some said it was heaven. Some said it was freedom. Some said it was the future. Here, everything was easy. Food arrived in minutes, entertainment in seconds, attention through likes, distraction everywhere. No waiting, no effort, no patience. People didn't walk with purpose. They drifted, always smiling, always scrolling, always consuming. Nobody looked tired. Nobody looked worried. Nobody looked serious. They looked happy. Arjun looked around in awe. "This is real life," he said. "This is what living means." Dev said nothing at first. He watched their faces. He watched their eyes. Then he spoke quietly. "This place doesn't sell happiness." Arjun turned. "It sells escape. Escape from effort. Escape from discipline. Escape from becoming better." Arjun sighed. "You always talk about control. I just want to live." Dev looked at him and replied, "Comfort feels like freedom until it becomes a cage." Arjun stayed. Dev walked away. And that was the moment everything began to change. Chapter 3. The Sweet Phase. At first, it felt perfect. No alarms, no responsibilities, no expectations. He slept when he wanted, ate when he wanted, watched whatever he wanted. Days felt soft, nights felt warm. He smiled more, laughed more, rested more. This is happiness, he told himself. But something invisible was happening. He stopped waking up early, stopped moving his body, stopped challenging his mind. He wasn't resting anymore. He was avoiding effort, avoiding discomfort, avoiding growth. Weeks passed, then months, then years. His body became heavier, but worse, his mind became quieter. Dreams faded, curiosity died, fire disappeared. He no longer asked, "What can I become?" He only asked, "What can I consume next?" And slowly, without noise, without drama, without warning, he forgot who he was.
Chapter 4. The Cracks. At first, nothing felt wrong. Arjun still laughed, still posted pictures, still told people he was doing fine. But small cracks began to appear. He woke up late, missed an important call. "It's okay," he said. "It wasn't that important." He canceled plans, again, then again. Not because he was busy, but because he was tired of trying. Slowly, people stopped calling. Not angrily, not dramatically, quietly. One night, he opened his laptop to work on something he once loved. He stared at the screen. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. He felt exhausted, not physically, mentally. So he closed it. "I will do it tomorrow." Tomorrow never came. Weeks later, he saw someone his age living a life he once dreamed of. For a moment, it hurt. So he opened his phone, scrolled, laughed, buried the feeling. That became his daily life. Pain, scroll. Fear, entertainment. Doubt, sleep. Comfort wasn't relaxing him anymore. It was draining him. And he didn't notice. Because nothing was breaking. Nothing was burning. His life wasn't collapsing. It was fading. Chapter 5. When Comfort Turns Cruel. Then one day life knocked. Not gently. Hard. A job opportunity slipped away. Not because he lacked talent, but because he lacked discipline. A friend stopped trusting him. Not because of one big mistake, but because of many small ones. A moment came when he needed to be strong, and he wasn't. Suddenly, he felt invisible, not needed, not trusted, not respected. When responsibility came, he had no discipline. When pain came, he had no strength. When fear came, he had no courage. And for the first time, he understood. Comfort had not protected him. It had trained him to escape. It had trained him to avoid. It had trained him to be weak. And that truth terrified him. Not of life, but of himself. Chapter 6. The Man He Once Knew. That night, Arjun couldn't sleep. Not because he was busy, because his mind was loud. The silence felt heavy, the room felt small, his thoughts felt sharp. For the first time in years, he remembered Dev. Not as a quote, not as advice, as a man. The next morning, he went to find him. Dev was living the same way he always had. Simple home, quiet mornings, calm eyes. Nothing fancy, nothing loud, nothing fake. Dev looked at Arjun and smiled, but Arjun couldn't. They sat. Silence. Then Arjun spoke. "My life feels easy," he said, "but I feel weak." Dev listened. "I have time," Arjun continued, "but no direction." Dev waited.
I have comfort, Arjun said, but no respect, not even for myself. Dev looked at him for a long moment. Then he asked quietly, "Tell me, when did you last do something hard?" Arjun had no answer. Dev nodded. "You didn't lose your way suddenly. You lost it slowly. Comfort didn't attack you. You accepted it. It didn't steal your future in one day. It asked for it, little by little." Arjun felt something tighten inside his chest. Then Dev said, "Easy today becomes painful tomorrow." Arjun froze. He'd heard those words before, but this time, they hurt.
Chapter 7. The Breaking Point. That night, sitting alone in the dark, Dev's words replayed in his head, and suddenly, everything made sense. He wasn't unlucky. He wasn't cursed. He wasn't special. He was comfortable, and comfort made him weak. Tears fell, not because life was hard, but because he had made himself weak. He whispered, "I chose pleasure over goals. I chose easy over strong. I chose now over future." And now he was paying, not with money, with regret. Chapter 8. The Return. The next morning, he woke up early, not because he felt motivated, but because he was tired of hating himself. His body resisted, his mind begged, his comfort screamed, sleep, scroll, delay. For the first time, he didn't listen. He stood up, not from confidence, not from strength, from a simple, tired willingness. He walked, he worked, he struggled, and it hurt. But this pain felt different. This pain felt honest. Some days he failed. Some days he went back to old habits. Some days he wanted to quit. But now he noticed, and that mattered. Days passed, then weeks. He didn't become rich. He didn't become famous. But he became stronger inside. And one day he smiled again, not because life was easy, but because he was no longer afraid of hard. Finally, comfort will never announce when it's destroying you. It will whisper, just one more day, just one more scroll, just one more excuse, and slowly you disappear. If this story touched you, it's because it's not fiction. It's a warning. Comfort feels sweet, but it steals your future. Discipline hurts, but it gives you a life. Choose wisely. If this story touched your heart, do one small hard thing today that your comfortable self would normally avoid. Just one. Not to be perfect, but to prove to yourself that you still care. And if you want daily reminders to become stronger, not softer, subscribe this channel. Because we are all slowly fighting the same silent battle. And you don't have to fight it alone.